live, but we had some technical difficulties. So here we are now. We're back. We're in live chat and we're ready to talk about this. So let me send this out to people. Anyways, we got John Jones and Tom Aspinall chirping at each other online. John Jones puts Tom Aspinall on blast for constant call outs. He says, I have no clue who 90% of his resume is. Like, what? Tom Aspinall deserves to fight him. You know what I mean? Tom Aspinall deserves that fight. That's what the interim is, the one time where the interim title is deserving to be given in the moment where John Jones hasn't fought in a year and Tom Aspinall is on the come up. And this is the only way to do it. So we got Tom Aspinall tweeting at each other, talking about John Jones responds and cooks Tom Aspinall because Tom Aspinall made this fucking TikTok talking about waiting for John Jones, like, and he's got gray hair. Tom Aspinall has gray hair, talking about like, I'm just trying. And so he's like, John Jones talking about, you act like you've been waiting for me to fight me your whole life or whatever. I can't talk. I'm sorry. He's like, I've been fighting in the UFC since you were 18 years old. He's like, I don't even know who half your resume is. Tom, John Jones tweeting again. He's like, Tom, you're talking about someone's ego running wild is one of the most hypocritical things ever. You literally haven't kept my balls out of your mouth since you won that imaginary championship. Both you and Serge have 0 championships between your name. Like, I'm pretty sure he has the championship of the heavyweight division right now, fighting people that John Jones doesn't want to fight. He's trying to salvage this Stipe fight when Stipe's 43 years old, you know, doing his fireman duties. Like, this is just wild. John Jones tweeted, he said, Brock, I'll beat your ass too. He wants that money. John Jones wants those money fights. You know what I mean? He's here for a good time, not a long time. He doesn't want to fight the best of the heavyweight division. Even though if that's not what he wants to do, he needs to put that strap down. He says, yep, I'm terrified. No matter who would have won that interim championship, the narrative still would be the same. The GOAT is getting older now and is running from fights. 36-year-old lifelong champion starting to contemplate retirement. What a chicken. He's that's some obvious sarcasm right there if y'all don't know. Because someone said to him, are you afraid of Pavlovich? You know what Russians are capable of in this damn sport. Like, John Jones is replying to anything. He's in his feelings because he knows it's true. You know what I mean? He said, what I refuse to do is be like a lot of those other fighters who stuck around too long. That just won't happen. Your boy Bones Jones over here, despite what a lot of people may like to think, I've set myself up pretty well in life. I want Stipe for my resume. Outside of that, he said, outside of that, I need nothing else from this sport. I came, I saw, and I conquered. And that's just facts. A little cringy from John Jones, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Tom Aspinall just going to take all that? Like, what does Tom Aspinall have to say about all of this? Who you guys got? Oh, Paku! Justin Mack! I just finished my morning spar, brother. Let's go. How did it go, man? Did you do all right, Paku? Is your head feeling okay? What kind of spar? Was it a light spar? Was it a hard spar? What was going on? Was it MMA sparring? Was it boxing? What was it? Was it kickboxing? I heard. Don't you do Muay Thai? Is that what you do? Light boxing spar, bro. That's nice. I love those. I love those. You just box. Gotcha. Just box. I've trained some boxing in my day. I need to get back on it. I got a bunch of stuff in the home gym, you know. Justin, thoughts on Charles winning by triangle choke against against Armin Sarukian? Is that what you think is going to happen? I don't know. If he wins by triangle choke, I would lose my shit. Just I'd be so excited for Charles if that happened like that. Yes, against Armin. Man, so thoughts on triangle. Man, if that's what you think's gonna happen, I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibilities. He's a monster on the ground. He's very good at jiu-jitsu. And a lot of people, that's a reason why a lot of people don't want to follow up and hit him after they knock him down, is because everyone knows how nasty his jiu-jitsu is. So, man, I think Armin's on the come up, right? Armin Sarukian. I don't think he lost against his fight against Gamrot, you know. But yeah, I'd be pumped if he won by triangle choke. That would be crazy. I think Armin will drop in, but then be too aggressive in the ground and will get triangled, and that's why people don't do it. Yeah, I had to come back because I went at first and I was turning my volume up and I heard myself playing in the background. I didn't want to be in my own live chat. I don't know what was going on, so just some technical difficulties because I'm, new at this and I was struggling to get on here. But Paku said both my knees are fucked. I can't really grapple or kick. Aw, man, just do a little rehab. You'll be okay. Tomo says, yeah, against Armin. Yeah, I read that. Sorry. I think, yep. Pickham says you're back. I had to be. Sunny and H list. Yo, what's up? Andrea Riga is in the house tonight. Is he? Tomo says Gamrot robbed Armin. Yeah, dude, he robbed him. That was. I hate seeing Rob in close fights, but I feel like you should know what is wrong with these judges, man. We need 5 judges, right? Because this just ain't cutting it. You know what I mean? Says yes, Andros. GMD MMA, that's my boy. Yo, what's up, Justin? Back on the air again. Yeah, we had some technical difficulties, but we here. Rigo member raid. No way! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about. Tarzan, Strickland, that's my boy. Tomo, Do Bronx will win by sub. I know that much. Man, I like your gut feeling, People better start sliding that bread, little prop bet for Charles Oliveira. I wonder what that line looks like. You know what I mean? I'm trying to see what that. Do you know what the line is? Could you look? I don't want to do it on stream, but Do Bronx will win by sub. I know that. Tarzan Strickland. What's up? What's up, man? We're here. I was just going through some tweets because I saw like the John Jones and Tom Aspinall stuff. I just don't think that. I think John Jones needs to quit bitching and understand what's going on. But I feel like, is the UFC using him to just make him go out on top with the belt to try to replace the Ngannou narrative? Like, how is that ever going to be replaced? Especially with what he's doing in boxing, just reminding motherfuckers how he's the real baddest man on the planet, which is the heavyweight king. Rigo, my boy, I appreciate you a lot. Tarzan Strickland, what's up? Charles Rigo says Tar and Feather, Armin Sarukian. Yeah. GMD MMA says basically 2 days away now from the fights. It's near. Dude, I'm itching for some fights. I can't wait for these fights. A month, dude, that freaking killed us, I think, dude. I've brought myself down to making content in between because I've been so bored without these fights. Now I'm just kidding. Big Rig is in the house. Nadav Drew, thank you for the comment. Tomo says, do you think they will give Valentina a third fight in a row against Grasso? Because I don't think she deserves it, especially with all of those excuses. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because she's just too much of a name. This is what they do with the names. Look at all the people that have had repeated title shot after title shot. Look at Justin Gaethje. He's about to have another one, right? How many has he had? Or am I tripping? Yeah, Charles Oliveira beat him. Islam beat, or no, he's got the fight with Islam coming up, and then he got choked out by Khabib. So yeah, but everyone's getting repeated. Look at Kobe Covington. That was ridiculous. 2 fights with Usman and a third with Leon after beating Jorge like a year and a half before, 2 years before. It's crazy what they're doing. These, that's the one thing I agree with the MMA guru is these cliff dwellers. But I don't like using that term. I think it's kind of soy. But let's see these comments. Ngannou overrated. Maybe in MMA, but we haven't really, that's what we needed to see. Like these fights continue to happen. It's crazy that they didn't, work it out with him to get this John Jones and fight, that we need or whatever. Even though John Jones would probably murk him on the ground, but he's only been getting better on the ground. But now he's all boxing now. Paku says GMD. He says Paku. It's actually a really good Apex card as well, dude. They left us hanging, and they're having a nice nice welcoming back, dude. The card is savage, as well as the rest of the cards for the month. 17-3, nah, bro. Not goated. Saturday can't come soon enough. Exactly. Paku said, I'm good. I'm glad you're good, Paku. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good card for the Apex. I'd take anything at this point, though, dude. I was looking up boxing. I was looking up, I was seeing what DAZN had going on. They didn't have nothing going on. I was looking for stuff, man. I was just, but thank God Pick'em with the live streams. I caught some stuff one morning. I can't remember what was it, LFA or something like that. But that was awesome. He let me know what was up. That was kind of cool to wake up a little bit of MMA in the morning. That was nice. But it just, it's not the same. It's not the same without the UFC. Anyway, good luck with the stream. Thank you. Appreciate you for stopping by, Andros. Leave a like if you so please. Tarzan Strickland said, even if it's not great, 297 is around the corner. Exactly. Even if it don't perform, but I think it's going to perform. But even if it doesn't perform, we got good things coming for, this month, especially that pay-per-view. Yeah, but at least Gaethje doesn't get 3 in a row like Valentina. Right, in a row. This is the issue, right? In a row. At least Justin Gaethje, worked his way back up to it. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. American Dream, salute. Do you think Francis could be the boxing champ? I think he should already be the boxing champ. The lineal Tyson Fury belt. I think he won that fight. He dropped him. If he lost by a round, which is phenomenally crazy. But styles make fights, and we don't know what's going to go down with Anthony Joshua. But I like how Francis Ngannou was stating how, like, Francis Ngannou was like, well, he's probably going to fall down a lot easier than Tyson Fury. And then he was like, it's probably going to be a lot harder for him to get up from the canvas after I knock his ass down. It's going to be a lot harder for him to get up than it was for Tyson Fury. So I doubt Francis will ever fight for the PFL. He's making too much money boxing. Exactly. Like, what is the PFL thinking right now after he's getting all these boxing fights booked and stuff? He thought he was just going to get clowned or have a one-off or whatever, maybe possibly with the Tyson Fury fight, and then at least have a fight in the PFL before he went to boxing. But now he's already got the second fight booked, and there might just be too much money. Like, he might have to wait for something real crazy to happen with the PFL and develop a little bit more with the people over there for them to find the right person to have Francis Ngannou come back and get a dub in MMA. American Dream MMA. He's just paying PFL to let him box. Big mistake. Yeah. Tomo, do you think Dana will announce UFC 300 fights today or something else? Dude, that's what we're waiting for. That's what everyone's waiting for. We're trying to... we're all putting the pressure on Dana today. We put the pressure on him yesterday. We put the pressure on him the day before. We just want these fights, and he's out here dragging it out, trying to fucking... What is he supposed to be announcing it on? Does anyone know what he's supposed to be announcing it on? Like Instagram Live or something, probably, I would imagine. What's going on with that? More bullfights incoming, dude. If it has anything to... No, I watched a video earlier or something. I was listening to it. He said something about, you'll get your 300 fights. You talking about, the people in the chat or whatever. He was like, you crazy fucking insane psychopath fucking fans, you will get your announcement tomorrow or some shit, because he said that he couldn't make it into the war room, or the Dana White was talking about how they're all at the the center or whatever, the UFC, and that they usually have their match meeting on Tuesdays, but they didn't get to it, so they said that they're having it today, and then he'll have the announcement. So whatever time his matchmaking meetings are, I would love to know what that is, because I would imagine he'd go live soon after that to get these fucking comments off his back. Everyone's asking about it. But we're definitely gonna get some 300 fights, man. If it's bullfighting, I'm fucking boycotting everything. I don't know what we're gonna do, but everyone's gonna fucking be chirping at him. I know it. My brain is getting overloaded from all the fight research and tape study. I'm gonna take a day off and watch video games. I don't blame you, man. You give yourself paralysis by analysis, or if that's what it is. Yeah. Gotta take a break every now and then. American Dream MMA should never have signed with them and boxed on his own first and signed with them, or one. Right. Yeah, ONE FC is good, but I don't know. I feel like he never needed the PFL, but it's nice that he got a signing bonus bag or whatever, maybe. But I feel like he already knew what he was gonna do. He should have dealt with this boxing thing first, and then... I hate it when people want to do two things at once. You know what I mean? I want to MMA and box on the side in between. Just pick one and be the best at it. Look at Mike Perry. He put his nose to grindstone, said, I'm going to bare knuckle box. Look where he's at now. I know he's not fighting the top ranked people in those divisions. He's having these money fights and shit. But either way, you go in, you have a vision, you go in and you try to make it happen for yourself. You don't play no fucking games like, I'm gonna do PFL and one, and fucking I'm gonna bare knuckle box here, I'm gonna do the game bred fight in here. Just fucking do, don't make a too big of a sign. Don't do an 8-fight deal where you're just gonna be freaking stuck for 4 years and waste your prime with something that you're not sure about. I think it's obvious that nowadays at this point, so much people talking about, all the fighters talking about how they're getting fucked on deals and whatnot. What's up with the Dana White Contender Series deals, right? I heard some fighters just straight up try to stay away from getting signed by that way, just so they don't get fucked in their first deal. That's my thinking. What does Tomo say? Tomo says, if Dana is still stacking UFC 299, then surely he has some banners up his sleeve for 300. I'm thinking a lot of wild cards. Yeah, I think that's what all of us are thinking. You're gonna stack 297, 298, 299. Especially that 299 is so freaking good. Just you better have fucking Brock Lesnar and fucking Conor McGregor and shit coming out fucking with fireworks, bro. Or something. I don't know. What is he going to announce? What if he fucking announces Nunes Pena 3? And we're just fucking choking that down. Thanks, bud. Tomo said, I feel like Dana won't release the entire UFC 300 until UFC 297 is finished. Right. He needs to get his money off the Sean Strickland train. American Dream MMA. At UFC let him box, they would be making money. PFL to let him box. He needs to quit saying that he's going to announce it then if he's not going to fucking announce it. Because, like, if he was going to do it the right way, then he would wait till the UFC 297 pay-per-view, and then at like the end of the pay-per-view or something like that, or sometime during the pay-per-view or the main card or whatever, announce those fights. That would be the best way, I would think, just marketing wise. Pick'em is live. Yeah, my boy Pick'em is live. Don't forget about Pick'em. Toredo Pacu says, been watching Nicolau and Cop tape. I don't know what the hype is on Cop. Nicolau makes better adjustments mid-fight. Cop seems like he got stuck on one thing. Too emotional and loses strategy. Right, starts leaning punches and stuff. And that's a rematch too, right? Because Nicolau, Mateus Nicolau, they fought the first time around. And I'm pretty sure I was watching it not too long ago, and Cop was getting taken down and not really having too much of an answer for it. Like, he would try to hit him after getting back up and just get taken down again. Like, but I think he's been working on his takedown defense since that fight, and I feel like if he's patient, then he can get it done. And I like the whole based Cop meme shit. That's funny. So, but I know what you're saying about Nicolau. People shouldn't just blindly be really gung-ho on thinking that Cop will win, because, I mean, obviously dude already has a win on him. It was a decision, but it was a well-deserved. Tomo says, who do you think MMA fighters will get paid more than boxers? It's going to happen eventually, just because the youth doesn't watch boxing, and it'll also a far more dangerous sport. When do you think MMA fighters will get paid more than boxers? Well, there's certain MMA fighters that do get paid more than certain boxers. And you got to understand that this is the whole fight game scenario. And the only thing different is the Muhammad Ali Act, which is within the boxers, so they can kind of like try not to get fucked as much early on. But you got to think, like Conor McGregor and, you know, Nate Diaz and stuff, that all those big names, they're making bags too. Obviously it's over a number of fights. It's a little different, but we're hearing about these bags from these elite level boxers, and, you know, bags mean, you know, what all the money that they make. You mean on average? Dude, I don't even know, because I heard that there's low level professional boxers that still don't make the biggest amount. You know what I mean? It's probably not no 10 and 10 shit, but yeah, I know what you're saying. So you mean on average, and I don't think it's far off, to be honest with you. And I think we can answer that question better once we find out who is replacing Dana White for sure, and how he's how active he is in that role. Because if it starts becoming like, okay, Dana White's just running the shit from home, it'll never change. You know what I mean? It'll never change. He'll still be on the phone like, nah, fuck that. Get my percentage. But let's think about it. Like, I would like to think within the next 5 years, how long did Dana White say he has left in the game? I think he said within the last few years, or last year or two, or whatever, he's been talking about, like, there's 7 years left, and then Dana White's retiring. So, you know, I don't know. I feel like it's gonna take a change in ownership almost to fucking change the layout of the land. Do boxing events make money when guys are making these huge amounts? Yeah, dude, I think there's a lot of under the table shit that like this. I guess it depends, man. It depends on how the pay-per-view does. That's really what it comes down to. I mean, right? Because if you're doing this PFL shit, like if they're trying to give 10 million to Francis Ngannou or whatever, and that's the only fucking good fight on the PFL card, let's, as an example, right? So they pay him 10 mil and they get fucking 100,000, or like let's say because there's at least 300,000 hardcores, so it'll be like a $400,000 pay-per-view or some shit, let's say, or three, let's go 3 or 4. They're not going to get nearly what they paid out, especially if there's any other names on the card. Paku said, I agree. Cop would be working on takedown defense and grappling, but also Nicolau could be lightening up his techniques and working on holes in his game. The ML is way too wide. The money line's way too wide. Sprinkle Nicolau money line for sure. But I mean, Cop has got some momentum, doesn't he? Doesn't Cop have a little bit of momentum on his side? It's kind of hard to, and I agree with you, Paku, and you're smart. You're smart because it's kind of hard to like think about anybody's power or aggressiveness when they're still 125 pounds weighing the night before. Tomo says, as much as Dana fucks me off, I don't trust anyone else. Right. But I mean, what if Hunter takes over the company? I don't know if you guys know. I imagine you guys are all hardcore. You're in my stream shit. But, yeah. What's his name? Hunter Campbell, or whoever the fuck his name is. Dana White's right-hand man, who said he's said that Hunter would take over most likely if he were to go anywhere or anything was to happen to him. But let's think about it. So like if he has all the reins that Dana White has where he can just make a call and change some shit because it's his company type shit. If Hunter can do shit like that, and because I feel like Hunter has a lot more communication with the fighters than Dana does. Sean Shelby and Hunter and stuff, if they become the head honchos and stuff and start handling, like, can make differences within the money, then that means I feel like there's going to be a lot more hope, and it'll be a lot easier for these people to negotiate their bags and not just get fucked. I feel like after so many people are noticing that it's pretty easy to not get fucked when they have this type of communication with them rather than the Dana White, business mindset. Like, they still got to have that business mindset, but don't act like they can't pay these guys. Don't act like they can't pay these guys. Anik to replace Dana, but still due to the commentary. Anik would be way too biased. Everyone would be fucking rich, though, right? Paku says also Boone sub is the best prop bet at the moment. I wonder how Nicolau will look after getting absolutely murked by Royval. Paku says the hardest of the core, for sure. Nah, can we just get Anik to replace Dana? But, I mean, yeah, no. And what was people talking about when they were talking about, like, DC's gonna replace Dana White? DC ain't fucking doing that job. He was a fighter. Like, there's no fighter that's getting that job. I can guarantee that fucking much, dude. The Rock himself would get the fucking job before any fighter does. Guaranteed. But anyways, I'm ready for these fucking divisions to start moving forward a little bit heavier. I know it's that we've had a lot of movement in 2023, but I want more. I want all this dwell shit to end. I don't want fucking John Jones fucking at the spot. I don't want Kobe Covington to get another fucking title shot. I want people that deserve title shots to get that shit done and over with, so we can see the rise of the cream of the crop. You know what I mean? Bilal, get that shit over with. You know, there's a lot of shit that's going to be taken care of in the first half of this year. That's going to bring us a lot more questions in the second half, you know, as to who, you know, what's going on with these divisions. It's going to be exciting. Can't wait. Pocky said only a businessman could do that job. Exactly. The Rock is a businessman, right? But he's also an actor, so I don't know. Paku, not a fighter with CTE. Right, man. Like, these guys get punched in the head for a living. They're not the most business savvy type people. Unless you're Conor McGregor, and you can see some punch drunkenness in him nowadays as well, right? It's kind of sad, considering he's our fucking hero, or was at some point. 2016 Conor McGregor is fucking legendary, you know? No one will make you feel that way during the fights like that ever again, I don't think. Like, you know, we had some bangers recently and stuff, but that beginning feeling, you know, when he's in his prime and Conor McGregor is about to walk out and shit, the shit's gonna be... Ian Gary versus Kobe would be lit, man. I love that shit. Sonny List, man. I want Kobe to get another title shot as well. I never said I want Kobe to get... I said I don't want to see... I want to see Kobe fight. If Kobe works his way up and he fights these top guys, I want him to be undeniable if he gets that fucking ring rust out of him. Like, the way that Merab... I was thinking about this earlier. You know the way that Merab fights? Just the relentless takedowns and this cardio pressure? That's what we expected out of Kobe versus Leon. Like, why was he not fighting like that? What is going on? I don't want to hear that he was fucking injured. Like, what are these guys doing? But but a lot of people will be talking about that fight like he wasn't getting his legs fucked as well. Like, I'm pretty sure Kobe got a few early leg kicks checked, if I'm not correct. Let me know if I'm wrong. Conor's downfall in terms of public perception was almost as wild as his rise. Dude, it's almost wilder than his fucking rise. It's a crazy time that we're living in, man. Watching all the crazy shit going on with Conor and the ups and downs, and, you know, right now mostly the downs, but dude is making a fucking living. You know what I mean? What would we do with all that money? Let's be honest with yourself. What would you do with all that money? Could you handle it at this stage in your life? Could you handle that amount of money just off rip? Not saying can you not. Of course, we could all expect, but I mean, like, could you be disciplined with yourself, like, an honest mentality, like, try to put yourself in that mentality of Conor McGregor? Tell me you won't do a few things that's gonna get posted on fucking somewhere, you know. But Conor's downfall in terms of public perception was exactly. But who you got for the Dustin versus BSD? Zapper Solo wants to know. Zapper Solo, thank you for being here. Dustin versus BSD, man. Benoit Saint Denis. Benoit Saint Denis is a up and coming, legendary fucking elite level fighter. You know what I mean? Dustin Poirier, he's been at the game for a long time, and I don't think that. I don't know. He might not come. He might not be entering the cage the same anymore. You know how much. Go look up the price for his hot sauce. It's kind of ridiculous. Dude is making a lot of money. Okay? After those Conor fights, his stardom is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So I think Benoit Saint Denis, but if we see prime Dustin Poirier, no doubt in my mind he can take that fight, but he's going to have to show me something early on in that fight for me to start having that fucking confidence. And I think I'll know within the first minute of that fight how that's going to go down. Sonny List says, yeah, he needs to get rid of that ring rust. I'm telling you, man, these people that are making money thinking that I can just come in here once a year, have a rude awakening as to what what gets them going. Tomo says 2016 Conor seemed bigger than life. Dude, he was. Dude, let's not fucking lie, bro. He fucking... People that didn't know fucking MMA existed. It was like, Conor McGregor. It's on the screen. GMDMA says, one of those things you won't know the answer to until you get the money. Right, exactly. If I was him and I had 100%, hundreds of millions, my fire to get up and train and fight for a living would definitely be diminished. I just want to make enough money to where I don't have to worry about bills and stuff like that, to where I can focus on what I wanted. Like, I want to make enough money to where I don't have to, do the 9 to 5, to where my 9 to 5 can be what I want to do and I can monetize that, right? Tomo says Dustin's hot sauce is more than the pay-per-view. Tomo's not lying. He's spitting those raw facts out here. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, dude. Conor McGregor he was the man. Let's not fucking forget about it. And, okay, so let's think about this. The UFC 300, let's say that these announcements happen tonight. Like, let's not get cute. Better not be this fucking Nunes Pena 3 shit, or we see the rumblings of Brock Lesnar and shit like that. We can want some real fights. Quit playing with us, okay? I hope that they're just been trolling us the whole time with the Conor McGregor fight, and they know that they're fighting UFC 300 this whole time. You know what I mean? What do you guys think about that? Or give me some other suggestions. Sunny List says, I wish I had more time and money to concentrate on training instead of the bartender grind. Exactly. That's what we want, man. That's what we want. We want more time to do things that we want to do, I don't see how Conor is bad now. He's only lost to the best. Dustin was number 2 in lightweight, and Conor still had moments. Dude, exactly. I'm not saying that he's bad. I'm just saying he's having a lot of bad moments. And I'm not even saying all about in the cage type stuff. His boxing looked the best that it's ever looked in those fucking Dustin Poirier fights. And that's the reason why he was getting his leg chewed up, because he was so focused on boxing. He forgot how to check leg kicks and, have his elusive distance styles where he's just piecing them up on the way in. Boop, boop, boop. And he's just putting all that weight on those lead legs, and it's over after that. You can only take 2-3 of those kicks before they really, you're not going to be the same person walking around in that cage. Unfortunately, there will never be another Conor. He had the rare combination of heart skills and charisma, and it was all packaged in a way that you couldn't help but listen to him, even if you hated him. Yeah. I wasn't the hater at the time, but yeah, exactly. I remember seeing a lot of the haters, especially at the time. I'm just tired of being trolled by Dana's Instagram post. I'm glad that I didn't stay up for that fuck shit, because I regrouped with MMA news this morning while I was at work, and I was just listening to what he had to say, and I'm like, this is fucking dog shit. But at least he reiterated that he did have announcements, and that was going to be today because he didn't have the matchmaker meeting yesterday, which is usually on Tuesdays. Paku says, what do you think is going to happen to women's 135, Mac? We will see Pennington versus Pena? Yeah, I think that's what we should be seeing. Is that not already official? I feel like I don't even know if Pena is in the deserving of the number 1 spot right now. But she talks a lot, and I know that they want her to be in that number 1 spot. So if they can make a fight that's gonna get her more towards, or at least at the the top of the division again, I feel like they're gonna do it. But I feel like Dana's behind the scenes just begging Amanda Nunes to come back. I don't think she will, though. We already have another Conor. We have Ian Gary, the Notorious 2.0. Bro, get out of my chat with that shit. I'm just kidding. Please don't. I only got 6 motherfuckers in here, so we're going to have to keep you GMD. But that's so funny. Ian Gary, man, he's a good fighter. I was just rewatching some of his fights like 2 weeks ago during the off week, of course. But it was dude dude's got it going on. I just want to see it. I want to see him versus like not a weathered Neil Magny. I want to see him do that. I wanted to see him do that to Vicente Luque, but I thought Vicente Luque was gonna crack him in that fight because of all the shit that was going on outside of the fight. I don't think he's mentally tough in the aspect of the big wave of shit that was coming at him, and then how his wife is handling him. I feel like that'd be really hard to stay mentally tough in those moments, and I feel like it was a orchestrated move to not get to that fight with Vicente Luque, and now he's gonna go and say fuck you Vicente and just go straight to Jeff Neal. Like they were supposed to fight before, and he made these fucking shirts of his mugshot or whatever and sold them. That's some fuckboy shit, dude. That is just some fuckboy shit. I'm not okay with that. So I feel like Ian, he wants to lean into this heel shit, and I feel like that was his intentions at first, but I didn't think that he thought this far along as far as like what he's got going on with the wife and the husband and the naming of the self and the children and stuff. But that has nothing to do with me, and I'm a very small YouTuber, and I know that that's their MO to go after people like that, so I'm not gonna talk too much about that, you know what I'm saying? You already have another yeah, the true pride of Ireland, GMD. Fuck out. Zapper Solo, Ian Gary is the future. Y'all know, y'all trolling. Tomo, think about it. People don't even fly to another country to watch a main event yet. Conor had people flying to the U.S. to watch him on the prelims. That's never going to happen again, bro. He was 1 in a million. He is 1 in a fucking million. How are we going to get that again, man? And how do you spot that? How do you see that? You know, you would have to see it in real time to believe it. That there could be another person like that with that level of, it made no sense. It's crazy. It was just the timing of everything at the moment. I feel like it was the timing of like, just the internet growing and MMA growing and the mixed with his viral genuine Irish slang. It's just like I don't know, man. He exposed a lot of people to the Irish culture. You know what I mean? 1 in a trillion. Yeah, 1 in a million doesn't even put it in on his bracket. Start going to the billions and trillions and shit. Fucking other big numbers I don't know the names of. Yeah, I think it's gross Ian did that with the t-shirt, Tomo says. But you got to remember that Jeff was left drunk driving with an illegal firearm in his car. Right, but that's none of his business. And if you want to talk about that, I'm all for talking about that shit in the press conferences and shit. But to monetize the shirt of his mugshot is straight. It's a good thing he got his firearm taken away. You know what I'm saying? Just about to smoke a doobski. Cheers. I'll be on it after this stream. Tomos is 1 trillion. Zapper Solis. I just realized that after DDP, nobody at middleweight deserves a shot. Let's look at the middleweight division because I need to see, because it was really stagnant for a second. I want to say. We got yep. Sean Strickland, the champ. I like going onto the site. I like peeking into the UFC site and seeing my boy Sean Strickland as champ with Alex Pereira right next to him. You know what I'm saying? Like that just it warms my heart. Sometimes I just rewatch that fight, just because it makes me feel good. GMD MMA says Brendan Allen, if he gets past Vittori, probably isn't too far from a shot. Exactly. No, he's got a lot of hype right now. He's got a lot of good wins. I'm pretty sure I got a plus 900 sub prop win off of him last year, which is fucking dope. Yeah, but that's worse in your opinion, drunk driving or wearing a t-shirt with someone's face on it. You got me. You got me, boy. You got me. It's the principle, man. It's not when you put it like that. Alright? But what are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? I don't know. But it's not about just wearing the t-shirt. He sold it, bro, for money. It'd be different if he was shooting it out of the fucking t-shirt cannon at the press conference. That would be fucking gold. Trying to make money off the dude? This downfall? Go fuck yourself. No, I don't agree. Sonny H. List. Strickland is the boy. That's my boy. Zapper Solo says Brennan's gonna number one contender fight Hamzat unless Hamzat gets an unfair shot. I don't even think Hamzat was just saying how he was promised the title shot after this next fight. I wonder if they're gonna try to Hamzat was saying how he was promised a title shot for his next fight. And I know people, fighters talk and whatnot, but Dana White's gonna get asked if it's true or not. And he's probably gonna be like, "Yeah, he beat Usman. I said it before the fight." He did say that the winner of the Usman versus Hamzat fight will get the title shot, so I wouldn't be surprised. GMD MMA says, I wonder if anyone actually paid for one of those t-shirts. They did. Pick 'em MMA. Let's fucking go, Justin. Thank you, bro. We're right here for you. Let's fucking go. Tomo, Miesha Tate will get a title shot at the end of the year. You heard it here first. Miesha Tate, man. She's kind of cute. Vulcan Arctic says, "What's up, Justin? Like and sub, guys. The gang is here." Yeah, listen to Vulcan Arctic. Like and sub, my boys. We out here with the every other daily live streams. And I like to talk about this stuff, and I love it. I'd love it if you guys were here to talk about it with me. So give it a like, give it a sub, and if you're so kind, hit that bell, right? Scott. That's my boy. I like to see you here. Pick'em told me not to come here, but I came anyway. Pick'em. How dare you? Let your boy eat. No, I'm just kidding. Tomo says, Hamzat said, only if Sean Strickland wins, though. Zapper Solo said, after that performance? I know, right? It went to decision. I feel like he expected a finish. Which is why are you making these number one contender fights 3 rounds? Why is Benoit Saint Denis, fighting Dustin Poirier, and it's 5 rounds, but you got Arman Tsarukyan, fighting for a number one contender spot. Like, it just doesn't, like, that should be the 5 rounds. I know I went through this 2 days ago, but it still grinds my gears. But anyways, we got the middleweight division. Yeah, it was good again. Got the media day interviews on right now. It feels so good to be back. Yeah, I feel it. We got the middleweight division. We got Dricus du Plessis. He's going to fight Sean Strickland. We already know Israel Adesanya's in limbo right now. Robert Whittaker's always working his way up. Robert Whittaker's got a fight booked against Paulo Costa. Who knows if Paulo Costa is going to make it, right? But then we got Marvin Vettori went down 2 spots, but he's number 5. And Jared Cannonier's got the win over Sean Strickland, even though Sean Strickland, a lot of people think that he won that fight. But especially with the numbers and the nearly visible damage on Jared Cannonier's face. Dude. So Sean Strickland was talking about he wants that win back over Jared Cannonier. So maybe they do that in the meanwhile while they're waiting for Robert Whittaker versus Paulo Costa. But Hamzat, why is Hamzat Chimaev number 9 if he's so-called was in a number 1 contender fight with Usman? I feel like that's not true. I feel like Hamzat could be chatting shit, trying to build that hype to try to ensure him that title shot. He's gonna have to fight someone else. Who's Hamzat fight, right? Izzy really did fuck up middleweight, Priscilla said. Yeah, the media day interviews are nice, man. I can't wait to catch up on some of those. Tomo says, if they make Rousey versus Holm at 300, will you be pissed? Yeah, dude. I want to see consistent fighters fighting at 300. You know, that or the Conor McGregor comeback will make me happy. But I want to see elite level motherfuckers, dude. Not people past their prime. Not people that, you know, are coming from the WWE. I want good fucking announcement from Dana White. Dana White, get that shit popping out here. I'm tired of this. All right, I'm gonna come to Vegas and have a fucking sit down talk with you. All right, me and my boy fucking GMD about to break in. All right. Fucking enter the PI like, where's the fucking fights, Dana? I'm surprised people ain't doing it already. People are acting wild with these announcements. It says, Scott, thoughts on single mothers. Should honorable single men adopt them in their baggage? Oh, you are based as fuck right now. All right. I mean, that's whoever's choice, right? Zapper Solo, Meyer rounds of fun fights equals cool. I think Izzy Poatan 3 will be the main event of UFC 300. And I feel like I'm the only one that really wants to see it, even though if I think Izzy will get fucked up at 205. You're the only one that wants to say, no, man, people, see, this is the thing. Even though people are bagging on the potential certain fights, when the fight gets announced, people are going to be stoked a little bit, at least. And they're definitely going to watch. Especially if it's Izzy versus Poatan. Man, and if that's, because, you know, listen, if they're going to have the trilogy, it's going to be at 205. Alex Pereira is not going back to 185. It's not happening. Dude is a fucking legitimate tank of a dude. He is a fucking specimen from Brazil. It is not going to happen. So if they fight if it's a trilogy, then it's gonna have to be at 205, and I'm pretty sure the UFC doesn't want to miss out on that trilogy bag. So I wouldn't be surprised, especially with the Israel Adesanya. Like, I know he just had his court or whatever for his DUI or whatever, but I mean, I don't know, man. Is that a coincidence? It's happening around this time. I don't know, man. I just feel like once you start seeing certain people in the media, I feel like, you know, there's some news coming out with them sometimes. If Holly is on 300, I'm done with the UFC. Pick'em says, dude, I agree. Even though we're in too deep right now to really be done, but I mean, we will definitely. I'll boycott that fucking fight. I'll be like, what? You watched that fight, or you fucking casual? I don't even use that word really. Quagmire rounds of fun fighters. Yeah, I read that. Yeah, same pick'em. Tomo says pick'em MMA. They'll probably use Holly to fill up more Apex shitty cards. Probably. Are you just is Holly for sure fighting again? Does she have anything booked? I don't think she does. Does she? Didn't they have a fight booked not too long ago and it fell out or something? I don't remember. But I mean, Holly Holm, man, she done did it, dude. I'm not excited for no veterans at this point unless it's John Jones versus Tom Aspinall. Tomo says that's what I would assume. Scott, what is Holly versus Rousey on the prelims? Holly. So everyone thinks this Holly versus Rousey fight's happening. And you think it's gonna happen on the prelims? It definitely would. If they're gonna stack it like they should, if the way that 299 stacked, if they're gonna stack UFC 300 the way that it needs to be done, a fight like Holly Holm versus Ronda Rousey would most definitely be on the prelims. It is a good prelim, better than Nickel Brundage, dude. I can't believe you reminded me that the shit was on there. That is annoying, right? We're ready to see Bo Nickel get tested, and they throw him Cody Brundage. We know the ground game ain't there. You know, other than dude slamming the dude, right? That was Cody Brundage, right? He slammed the guy with the night with the 2 slams in a row. He ain't doing that to Bo Nickel. Are you fucking kidding me? Not happening. And if he didn't do that to guy, he probably would have got wrestle fucked the whole time. Justin, what's your take on foot fetishes, based or nah? It's based that you're bringing it up, but I'm not about it. Not about it. But I'm not hating on nobody. Scott, why you always talk about feet? Tomo says, hey, you got a valid point. Scott's looking. Tarzan Strickland, Nickel Brundage is still better. What, better than Holly Holm Rousey? Facts. Hobknocker says, thoughts on Rigo's content? I don't know, I was in his live stream earlier and he gave me a shout out and I appreciated it. Even though I don't think I got no subs off of it, but I was at work though. I just popped into it for a second. Pick'em MMA says Scott is a feet man. His content, I mean, I haven't watched a lot of his videos or nothing, but I hear a lot of people talking about him. And he's in the comment section and he's supported my channel a little bit and I appreciate that. So I'd be watching him a little bit in his live streams. You know, I'm a live stream guy. I like live streams. Sunny List, like to see you. I subbed. Looking forward to seeing your content. I'm looking forward to finishing more content for the channel and anyone that cares to see it, because I've just been so busy, man. And I got kids and it's hard to do this, but there ain't no bitching. There ain't no fucking excuses. We're out here. We're going to get it done. And that just is what it is. The reason they gave Bo Nickel Brundage will be so he gets another highlight KO in front of new viewers. Right. Because UFC 300 is going to be casual filled, obviously. So why give him a competitive fight to where people can twist narratives, because they don't know who this other real elite level fighter is, so they just look at him like he's not as good as a wrestler as he is. I don't fucking know, but I agree with you. I subbed from Rigo tonight. Oh, you did? I guess I did get something off of it. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I was a crackhead watching the subs, and I was like, I still got 75. But who knows, man? You never know what the timing is like on the streams. But I appreciate that. I appreciate the sub, man. Pick 'em MMA. When you making pick vids for Vegas 84? Yes. So I've already started making it, and I am probably gonna post it. What is today? Wednesday. I'm gonna try to post it tomorrow night. Is the goal. It's going to be really hard, though. But it's going to be needed to be done. So, we're going to get it done. Tinfoil hat, Scott says. $2.99 stacked just in case 300 falls through, so they can move $2.99 fights to 300 card. See, that is a smart idea, maybe. But I don't want nobody rushing their fight camp unless they know beforehand, like, hey, we might have to bring you up. Like, if they get some, you know, a little bit of communication beforehand, and they're not just, like, assuming shit. But that would make sense because, you know, we're going to have a stacked card for 300, and most likely there's going to be 1 or 2 fights at least that fall off of it. So we're going to need to still keep that a stacked peak card. So we're going to have to take some fights from 299. That makes sense. I would see how they would do that. But we'll see. That's a whole month away. The smart idea would be to have some... I guess not, because you can't really stack a fight night. But they've done it, dude. I don't fucking know. If they did the fight night right before the pay-per-view or whatever, then it would only be a week away from their expected fight, so it wouldn't fuck with the fight camp as much. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of that. Tomo says, when Cheeto Club and subs O'Malley, will you be happy? I'll be happy for either or, dude. I'm a fan of both of them. I'm not just with the whole hype of the Sean O'Malley train. If Cheeto is the rightful one, then that's what I want to see. You know what I mean? So that's my cue. I appreciate you guys being in here for 60 minutes. But it is what it is. We got babies to look after, and hit that like and subscribe button. Love you guys. Peace. We out. Cheeto, like half the banners from $2.99 get pushed back to $300. You bet. Take it easy, Justin. I'll be live later tonight, boys. Yeah, go to Pick'em MMA, even though you probably came from him. But go to Pick'em MMA, like and subscribe. Let's get it, guys. See you guys. Peace.